We had just moved over 5 horses, and it was my first day feeding there alone at 5 o'clock in the morning. And I was in the feed room making up the feed for the 5 horses. And I went outside to bring in the horses to feed them. And I brought in 3 horses. The 4th filly wouldn't go in her stall. She wouldn't go near it. And I tried to force her. She just balked at that. And I turned around, and I thought someone was behind me, thought I was being watched. It wasn't a feeling of friendliness, though. And I turned around, and I saw a big black man he's not wearing a shirt, but he's wearing an overalls, kind of, like they wear at the racetracks. And he walked into the feed room that I'd just come out of. So I called to him because you don't want to see a stranger there at that time of morning. I said, "Hello, can I help you? What do you want? Why are you here?" I yelled it, pretty much, just, make myself appear bigger, I guess. And he didn't answer, so I went in and I looked. And there was no one there. It was a rather small feed room. Nowhere to hide. The entrance to the field was still blocked off, so he couldn't have escaped. I heard clicking, and we'd been having electrical problems, so I thought it was the lights about to go out, so I was gonna go. I looked around to see. I didn't know where the fuse box was, so I went looking for him. And he was gone. The stall doors, the 2 behind me, started slamming. And they're big iron rod gated. They're all the way to the ceilings, so they make a lot of noise. And I'm running as fast as I can, but the doors are still slamming. They're beating me to the end. All I wanted to do was get out of there. So I got back in the car and I drove back to the other barn, waited till it was light, and grabbed someone else, and then we went back to the barn together, because I wouldn't go back there alone. He did look real. To me, he looked real. Because men just don't disappear. Like I said, he was 6'3", maybe 400 pounds. Very muscular. I had, millions of dollars worth of horseflesh in that barn. And not that I could have done anything, mind you, but because he was slamming doors. And they're really hard to push closed. So if he can slam them, then I don't want to be there when he tries to slam me against a wall. That was my only time seeing him. Now, the friend I went to see in Florida, she went out for 2 days, left me with her dogs. I asked Rachel if it was okay if we used the stall, and she said that was fine as long as I took care of them. And that night, we put them into the stall. And I shut and locked the door. We turned off all the lights, locked the gate. And the next morning, when we all got there, it was about 7. And we noticed that there was blood all over the stall. And one of the dogs had been whipped so bad it cost $1,500 in vet bills. Being a horse person, I know what whip marks look like. Me and Rachel were the only one with the key to the property. The only other possible would be someone climbed over a 30-foot gate with spikes on top, broke into the barn, got into the stall with the dogs, which, being large breeds, would probably not happen, and do that, and then get back out without me hearing about it. Because the barn was from the 1800s, we thought maybe he had died tragically. It turns out that there was a death 30 to 35 years ago. It was ruled as one of the stallions had attacked one of the stallion handlers and killed him. But there was talk that it was the trainer who had been racist. Killed this black man and threw him into the stall to make it look like the horse did it. I wouldn't go there in the dark. I wouldn't go there alone. I started delegating all the duties that in the barn to other people, and I tried to steer clear from there as much as possible. I did all my handling out in the fields. I only went in there if I absolutely had to, if I had to get tack, if I had to get grooming tools. I didn't stay in there for an extended period of time. I couldn't do my job properly, and I couldn't handle it anymore. I hate being scared of things, and it was scaring me. And once it came to move completely over there, and I was supposed to move into a house next to the barn, I said, no, I've got to go. No way am I going to live next to this barn. I don't think he wants people there. I don't think it's specifically me because other people have seen him. I just think he doesn't want people there. And I was more than happy to go away.